Oh shit, I've been muted. Gosh, typical me forgetting to be muted. Anyways, just quick recap. What you just heard was Andy Gillian, his newest album Arcade Metal, and that was it's featuring 66 Samus, a drummer, who actually streams on Twitch. He streams Tuesday and Saturdays. We are gonna play some Final Fantasy, and I am gonna hopefully level my alt up, because raiding yesterday was really fun. We cleared P5 and P6. Savage pretty fast, so we're progging P7S right now, and this tier alt is gonna hopefully be ready for the next tier. And we're not skipping MSQ. We are gonna skip probably not the warrior job, because this here is currently on the Marauder, aka the Warrior, which is switching to a level 30. We might level skip 100%. We're skipping a Paladin, and we're probably also skipping. I don't know if it's going to be Dark Knight or it's going to be Gunbreaker. We'll have to see. Ends up meaning that. Anyways, let's do that. So, what happened last time we were here? We were out at the Staten farm, I think it's called. I can't remember the place right now off the top of my head. We came back, so there was a lot of things going on, and we found out that the pirates were not happy about a lot of things because they were now farmers, and that's not what they wanted to do in their life. We then went out to dry docks, I think it was, and after that, we helped regarding a ship called the Victory, which again some pirates tried to attack. We prevented that, and now we're back here. We gave Barteran a message decoding. He now tasked us to do something with it. We need to first of all do some things with that. We do have a quest here, which is a side quest regarding delivering trout. That's because of we have, as I said, unlocked the Culinarian. The reason why we have unlocked the Culinarian is because we do want to Omnicraft, so I can repair at some point. But let us take this here quest here first. Anyways, good to have you on board, lass. Now then, where to start? I have no idea. So let's see. Barteran has a task for a trusted adventurer, and we're gonna get a ring. Check. And we're probably going to be able to use that. Let's see.
Coffee.
Back when I was younger and nastier, I learned me living as a sellsword. In that business, if you wanted to know your enemies was up to, you A, to learn to read and order your prizes from the cold, dead hands of your mates. Now that's how I came to know how to read the message. So, something about, if I translate that into my head to something that I actually understand, it's something like, when he was Crook, he probably had some... in D&D terms, what's the thieves? It's called thief language or thief or rogue language. It's a special thing which is actually just like a coded message that how a particular class does that. Anyways, truth be told, the script was only to bloody familiar. Them Sharagin letters, lass. And I should know, I've gotten more fishbacks messengers than I can count. So that's the beast tribe, or what would we call it? It's a branch or a tribe and a tribe where that is trying to summon primals, or probably a primal if I'm guessing, because we found that out through the initial message when we came here through the 4th Umbra Calamity, which pretty much wiped everybody's memories. Now it gets worse though. To plan to blow up the Victory is all in here, right down to the finest details. Looks like they meant to raise the 8 kinds of hell in the Western Lonostra, then the Maelstrom, the new ship flag in the confusion. Okay. The point being, the attack on the Victory weren't the act of a few rebellious pirates. That's a key part of some canny bastard's grand plan. But if I'm reading this right, the attack itself came much too early. I wagered they panicked when they saw Ye was onto them. Rushed in to do the job and buckered it up. Tattoo-faced bastard, as they say was praying at Abrith old man. There were the serpent's ravers, right? But none of the crew was there, was they? They must have better to do, or what? Seven hells, I got it all backwards. The mess at the victory that was meant to be a bloody distraction. The fishbacks aren't interested in the maelstroms, baby. They're after men, just like they've always been. They are sending their private lackeys after the civilian target. This bit about rising hell in the western Lanostro, that's where it'll be. Someone tells me that Swift Perch, it's about to get it and hard, or something like that. I'm actually having a hard time reading this here, like piratey language. It's like reading old speech. You're a rough translation of the message. Take it to the Commodore Reiner at the Coral Tower and tell him in for a busy day. Okay. Oh, and that gives me an A. You'll be damn sure sure you'll need one. Okay. Interesting. So also, just so to remember, I never played this here part of the game. So when I started in Ulda. I was a paladin when I started, so you can't start here. So this here is actually the first time that I'm starting in Limsa. So I actually need to at some point start a alt or a character or redo and then start it in Gridania. Would be fun. See that. Anyways, what do we have? We actually have... Oh, we can go up here. Nice. And we also do this. So we have some food in me for XP. And all that. We already have the boost of the road to 80. So plenty of good XP is coming. And here's Reyna, and this here is when we can unlock level 30. And that is good. At least we caught up on all our job quests. Yes, I'm Reyna. Ah, must be the adventurer whose name seems to be on everyone's lips. You're to be commended for the part of thwarting the plot of to destroy the victory now. What can I do for you today, this day? You bear an urgent message for bartering? Why? Why do I get a feeling that that's my hopes for a quiet morning are about to get cruelly dashed? Tell me, what's is afoot? An assault on the Swift Perch? To be seen, nothing to suggest that the Serpent Ravens are massing an attack? Even so, it would be foolish to discount the possibilities. Barteron is rarely wrong about such matters. I will marshal the Yellow Jackets for battle immediately. The only question here is where to send them. While I concurred with Barton's assessments that the attack on the dry dock was intended as a diversion, Twitchpur is about one of the several possible targets to the main trust. Commodore, sir. Report. It's the Sharian, sir. They mounted a large-scale assault on the southern tide gate and threatened to overwhelm our defenses within the day. The garrison requests immediate reinforcement. By the navigator, it seems my decision has been made for me. Muster the troops and give the order to march. Actually, if I remember correctly, Commodore, is that not a ship's title? And not to be used normally in land like commander, because it is like, I don't know. I never understood all the military things, ranks, etc. The Serpent Ravers are in league with the Shaijin, which means there is every chance this assault on Tidegate may yet prove to be another fiend. In fact remains, however, that we can ill avoid to ignore it, and that leaves Swiftpeats invulnerable to those pirate traders. It is at this time such as these that I wish the warriors of light yet walked amongst us. But I wish but wishes will able us not, Connor. You must serve as the absence. Make the Swiftpeat with all haste and lend your strength to the squaws so I can spare the settlements for the settlement's defense. So we are off to Swiftpeak. Okay. Sweet. And we are just gonna do this and this and this, and we are gonna see here what is the best way to get here. We can actually get to the ferry docks and from there take Chocobo to it, so we're not going to spend too much money because we are going to try and save something. So this here's the Cyphers. Okay. No. We want to go to Fisher's Guild, and from there we're going to take the ferry skipper to the dry docks, I think. No, Airport. To Airport, which is going to cost us 40. And from there, if I have not been stupid and not talked to the Chocobo guy here, I should be able to take a Chocobo and do that immediately without any issue. And it's going to cost me like 10, 20, something like that. Travel to the interesting porter. A Chocobo porter. With perch. 15 gil, yeah. Nice. Takes a minute. Dismounting and mounting. I don't care about that. Skip this. So until we unlock our own Chocobo and all mount, this here is going to be like... That's the best option to do it, in my opinion. And the cheapest. I can only recommend for anybody who has leveled. So... It's everything counts, and you're spending a lot of money on traveling, especially if you want to be fast and efficient. So I can only say like the best thing to do is save money on like this here. Know how to navigate. I know it's very frustrating, and figuring out the map system in this game here is it's not perfect, but I've seen worse. And I mean worse. The only issue that I have with this here map system is, one, there's no filtering in it. Like, if I want to see something specific, I cannot, like, it's either all or not. And what I would like is a filter to say, like, I don't want side quests, I want this here quest, I don't want level mates, stuff like that. And I want actually a three-dimensional map. Like, I want us to be able to see, okay, this here is on a height. Instead of like this, like, it's hard to understand that if something is below or up, or especially if it's like a slope, and where the entrance to the slope is and all that stuff. That's frustrating as F. So, and you're probably gonna see that in the later levels, for instance, in Heaven's Ward and stuff like that. That's where it really like starts to be frustrating, in my opinion. Commodore Rhino sent you word that he'd been getting reinforcements, but I didn't expect him to send you. You certainly look like you've seen your share of action, though. Bear a little in resemblance to a wide-eyed whelp I met fresh off the ferry. Oh, is that the bastard that? No, he's running around, and wasn't he assigned to Limsa? I can't remember. In any case, do you know what you're fighting here for? The place is Swift Perch. It is rebuilt by folk who stood strong in the face of every hardship and calamity through their way. And we're not about to let the fish fancying scum claim the honor of being the ones who finally broke their spine. Don't give those pirate bastards one bloody limb. One bloody ilm. You hear me? So, we are going to go into an instance mode for story-wise. And since this here is level 18, this shouldn't be a problem. Like, here they come! Oh yeah, they have Two-Face and all that. I thought the Yellowjack's worms was meant to be busy, but that's unless Scrag ain't followed by the planet as a. Now that what? Puck back and wait for the Shagin brothers. Piss on that. We ain't turning back empty-handed. Remember, the no killing small folk, or you'll be your blood what stains Lord Leviathan altars. Small folk? Does that mean we can't kill Lalas? I'm sad. Yellow bellies, you butcher it all at will. Them to early in the slugs, I'll crush it under the full might of the serpent ravers. Seems Swiftbrick was the main target after all, eh? Squads 1 and 2 protect the townsfolk. Squads 3, you're our rear guard. The rest of you, we meet their charge where we stand. Let us spare the Commodore's word to our victory, or no word at all. For limbs elements, that armor sucks. Ah, I hear a little bit of dances, your grizzards. Okay. And slam. Oh, I need to slam. Actually, I just need to do this. Come on. Come over here. Just gotta reprise the list here. Here. So it's monks and what else is there? There's got to be like this here is. This guy is a warrior or marauder. Just gotta kill him. Fuck him. Okay, dead. Well fought, the Ravers are beaten and scattered. I'll take some men and hunt down the stragglers, but maybe more of them lurking about, so don't let your guard down. Just yet. There he is. The source of her strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. Okay. What do you got? O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemy. Okay. Very being imperils my plan. You cannot be suffered to live. Well, how do you like my axe? Defeat the masked mage. There we go. And your little thingy here is gonna be broken in a sec. There we go. Howdy ho there, neighbor. Fearsome opponent, against whom you shall not stand alone. Oh, you're casting spells now, okay. Oh, I can interrupt that. I can also kick you. Not so tough now, are you? Oh, you stole us here. Nice. Ah, that the wisdom of the paragon should be brought low by a mere mortal. Paragons, did they say? Then it is as I feared. They are known to be the bringers of chaos, the Orasians, to give them their proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Interesting. Pardon? You know who... If... You would know if the Charlians have encountered the Asians before. I've never spoken to you about my homeland, but did you know whence I hail? Wait. I do begin to see. You're blessed with a special gift. And here the Yellowjacks come. I heard right, lass. If I'd known a meager bucker like that was hiding in the bushes, I would have left a squad or 6 to keep you company. Well, at least now we can call this kidnapping investigation to a close. The Ravians were the ones spiriting the folks away in the dead of the night. And this bastard was pulling all the strings. So Asians, we will hear more about that probably. A trifle simplistic, but not inaccurate. I came as soon as I sensed his presence, but I've never thought to find such a scene of carnage. Yet we prevailed, and thanks to our heroic actions, I have learned much. Heroic isn't the word. I don't want to think about what happened if you hadn't been here, friend. Your assistance is much appreciated to Lady Yestola. Please give our regards to the Scions. And that's the first time we hear the word Scions. I'm glad to play the role in bringing what hope there is. Hope is to an end to this disturbing spat and abductions. Thread of Fate forms as part of a most intriguing tapestry. Mayhap we will be afforded the chance to speak more in the near future. For now, however, we must see to the particular tale to its conclusion. Pray send my greetings to the Commodore Reiner. And the thing is, like, if I remember back... Oh, interesting. Crystal. So if I think back when I started my my first playthrough of a character, at this time I was not even level 20. So, and we were almost level 30. So the boost of this here is insane. But anyways, so we need to go back to Reinhardt. And to get back to Reinhardt, we will return. Actually, what I want to do just quickly, because it's gonna make things a lot faster, and I'm irritated about that quest. I just have OCD with quests lying around. What we're gonna do, we're actually gonna switch over to the fish. Oh yeah, I don't have the. Oh, thank you for the follow, Aquafan45. Let's see here. Fishing. Yes. Oh, you don't have any bait. Yeah, I know. Bait. Just gonna do a quick fishing to get that that trout, because it's right here. Gain 4 levels just for one thing. That's kelp. Okay. I can't remember if that princess trout is rare or something. It's so stupid. Come on. Ah, that's the wrong one. Come on, give me a trout, for God's sake. Just one. Oh, I like the game. Well, so far I can say that I have 3,000 hours in this here game. So yeah, this here is just an alt that I'm leveling. And I'm replaying the story, which I haven't done in, what's that? 2 years or 3 years almost. I'm not getting anywhere with this here. Okay, let's go back to Paladin. Oh, not Paladin. Jesus Christ, I want to get back to Warrior. Let's see here. What is it that I need to cook? Cook. Trout. It's 5, right? Yeah. Pinsets. I was stupid. Anyways, so no, it's been, it's one of my, so here's the thing regarding Final Fantasy. They're like Final Fantasy, it's hard to, for me, this here is my opinion on it. Everybody has their own. To me, this here game has the best Final Fantasy story ever written. Period. And I've played all Final Fantasy games from 1 to 15. Excluding couple. I haven't played Tactics, and I haven't played 13-2, and I haven't played 10-2. So the dash is like the off-branch stuff. Everything, all the main stuff I've played. My favorite single-player Final Fantasy, and I'm talking single-player, is Final Fantasy VII. I have beaten that multiple times. My second favorite is probably 4. It's a hard thing regarding 4 and 5. 6 afterwards, and then the other ones mix in and so forth. I have replayed recently, not too long ago, 1 to 4. The Pixel Remaster. I haven't finished 6 on the Pixel Remaster. I still need to do that. Anyways. So, comparing this here as to other games, like this, you can only do that with a story because the gameplay is totally different. Like this here has nothing to do with turn-based. This here is an MMO. There are other things regarding that, but for the story, I'm highly saying that this here beats any Final Fantasy game out there. If you want a great story, this here is the game. That's my opinion. And it is possible to play it single player, as I can say pretty much, because there are a lot of great features coming in. I don't think I've unlocked any of them, but at some point we will unlock the duty support system. That means that you can, when you go into the content of the multiplayer aspect of the game, which is the hell thing, but there are things where you can say, like some of the main story quests where you say you need to be multiple people to do this here. They have implemented AI for pretty much the whole first expansion, so, and second expansion is soon to be also have that, and it's going to be the full game, so you can pretty much play this here as a single player game. But again, this here has probably, at least to get the main story stuff done, 300 hours without skipping. So that's just the story. Then you have side content, side stories, side quests. You have a lot of things. So yeah, it's a massive game. But anyways, I love this game. Can't stop playing it for some reason. Connor, eagerly I awaited your return. Part of your expulsion exploits have already spread through the ranks. My troops and I owe you great debt and gratitude, and your timely assistance. You have shown yourself to be possessed of a sure arm and a strong spirit, and sound judgment. With that, Limsa Lominsa had gone more. With that, Limsa Lominsa had more of your like. I have little doubt that you shall one day join the ranks of yours and greatest adventurers, but it is but a matter of time. Clearly, Bardaran's eye for potential remains as sharp as ever, though I doubt even he imagined your capability of such feats. Might you favor me with your own account of the day's events? Such victories bear retelling. Stola has been working with us for quite some time, you see. And she's only too willing to assist the Yellowjacks in the kidnapping investigation, providing herself a stalwart ally of Limsa Lominsa yet again. Needless to say, after your part in swatting the attempt of sabotage of the victory, and the small matter of your deed at Swiftspitch, you too have proven yourself a valued friend of the Thalassocari? I have no idea how I pronounced that correctly. Admiral. And there we have Merly Boob, as I call her. I don't think she's voiced here. I present you Admiral Blowfield Hiswin. It's a horrible name. I can't pronounce it.
So, this is the adventurer I've
There we
been
go.
reading
Let's
about
switch
in
over.
field reports. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day. A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard?
Is it money?
Without just reward, after all. Ha! Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Badaron and Commodore Rayner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits. Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet.
Ah, yeah.
A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the woman who foiled the Sahagin.
Oh, a seat at the feast.
Oh, and don't be late.
Who says I'm gonna be late?
Your fellow guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
Well, that's the Admiral. And we got ourselves a ring. Not a ring of power, but a ring. Let us do this and this. Perfect. Commodore Rhino wishes you to speak with you regarding the forthcoming banquet. Oh, yeah, I need dress shoes. I'm not sure you understand how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It is highly converted honor. Why? Even the officers under the direct command are rarely afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of your tasks have been performed in the service of the Telesor carry have... Jesus Christ Almighty. Have been both difficult and dangerous. This is a word of all your efforts, and not to your many achievements, both large and small. As the enormity of your movement yet to sink in, perchance you will realize its significance when you stand before the semblance, the dignitary of Limsa Luminsa. And now that you have imagined that scene, I realize you will acquire the attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wrench and see the barter and can arrange. He is surprisingly knowledgeable of such things. A banquet. A banquet. Okay. But we will do that. Actually, you know what? Give me a sec. I am gonna go to the Hork's Alley. We are gonna do something here. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it. Shut up. No. Grills. Here. Yeah, I know what high quality is. This here is what I call the fastest way to figure that out. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna talk with Mr. Trouty Boy right here. Oh. Deliver the grilled trout. Oh, needed to deliver it to some dick ass. Damn it. Where is he? Oh, he's at where? Where are you? Trout? Oh, is that what? Oh, I'm not a fisher. I need a culinarian. That's why it's scuffed. Oh, is this a grilled trout? Yes, it is. It's a grilled trout, and I proceed to trade my high-quality item away because I just want to skip this here. Because I will skip most of it. Thank you. Perfect. That is what I wanted. That is what I needed, and that means that we're back in business here. Unable to use portrait. Okay, so we need to do something about this here portrait. Stop portrait. Edit. Save. Edit. Save. Just gonna do this here. It should fix some of the issues here. I'm not gonna edit. I'm not gonna do a portrait yet. I will do it at some point. At some point. But right now... Okay, Y is... Course will not fulfill the what? The portrait does not fulfill the necessary requirements. What? Like being restored to defaults. There we go. You're happy now, game? Thank you. Anyways. Yeah. Perfect. Just run. Okay. Yeah, we can do... I have this. Can I actually... What can I do recipes with it? Oh, I can do fish meal. Yeah, I'll do that later. I actually need to get rid of the access that we have because... And this also. Because that is old and that is old. Orderin. Whoa, Marabou. Merlwyn. Guest of honor. Not being with the high mighty now, is it? Tell you last, you damn near sort of ale out of my nose when I heard the news. You come a long bloody way, and have ye, and that is the truth. One of the things for sure, you not want for decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleeding Bismarck, no less. This grand chance will fill your belly bursting with a fine and more important free food. But can't have you turning up in a shite-cack adventure gear. No. The hero of honor needs to be just a refinement about if only to stop folk complaining when she stuffs her face with cake. Take yourself over to Octant and speak to Jonathan and the Burger and Consortium. She'll furnish ye with somewhat ladylike to wear. Already had a word with her, and you'll need to do the pickup for the goods, then bring them back so I can tell ye what's what. Okay. So I need to go straight ahead. Oh no, I don't need to go straight ahead because this here is downstairs, right? Yep, I figured that much. But we can just use the lift. The Bulwark Hall. Okay. Good evening, miss. I assume you understood the underdressed lady Barteron mentioned. I see he was not exaggerating. I've chosen especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not, I'm certain it will absolutely adore them. Pick up the package. Okay. Actually, what I want to do here is just going to do this. Just going to do that, and there we go. Excuse me. Just gonna do some boiled eggs, and then we're gonna do... Oh, shit. I actually need 3 to do meal. Okay. And back to Marauder. And the grand lift. Onto down the bench. And... There we go. In to see. Yes, sir. I've see. Let's have the box then. Oh, here the box. We go. A nice pair of dress shoes for ye. Last might have much else to your name, but as long as she's got a decent pair of shoes at her feet, there ain't nowhere she can't go. Think of him as a gift from me and all the other folks you've done right by along the way. Aye. This is moving. This is a very moving just I know, but don't go welling up on me, eh? Wouldn't do for limbs new to hear to be the banquet soaking her own tears and snot any row. Had you grabbed the sword now? You just need to settle your nerves, tell me you're ready, and they'll tell ye that you're meant to go. Well, let me put on the shoes. Okay. Perhaps I should have some pants also. What now? This here can't be right. Let me just... Can I get this and then put this on? But this. So that. And this. Yeah, that's better. Because the other thing is horrible. You ready, Aiden? Good. The banquet is starting soon. I'll be waiting any longer. I'll consider your civic duty to it over there and drag you there. Now, make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up. Right, carrying won't do you any good. That meant you make me look like a lady. Remember, not a lady bleeding lackey. For discretion, the feast is being held in the bridge of the Admiral's banquet room. Speak with Sahil at the Bulwark Hall, and she'll show you the right way. Just keeping the head held high, lass, and everything you've done for limbs of it. You've good reason to be proud. And don't let your gripping don't let no highborn bugger tell you different. So we are going to a banquet. With the admirals as a high guest. So no, that's not what we wanted. We want to go to the Bulwark Hall. And go straight over to the Storm Sergeant Zahali. And dress shoes, fancy dress shoes. An adventure for wearing fancy dress shoes. Oh, now those are the fancy, some fancy dress to come adventure. I'll show you to the briefing room. You'll only talk about stupid shoes. Stola is here, of course. The Admiral is here. Didn't he say like he wasn't gonna come or he wasn't invited or something?
Brothers and sisters of the sea, join me now.
I'll just take coffee with us here.
This woman for her services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect her on her journey, till sea swallows all. These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path.
Okay.
I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow. of the crystals of light.
Indeed.
By the Navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal. You bathed in her light.
Yashtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the primates.
Ah, yeah.
When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean Alliance. And at the Battle of Cartano, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our
7 Umbra
comrades.
Calamity, if I remember
Yet
correctly.
whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer.
Gonna be a long
for it is
journey.
Hydaelyn herself
Long
who
journey.
speaks.
And what fancy things are we gonna see now? Oh! I'm actually interested to see how much they've tweaked the story since I played last time.
Flames to the fore!
Rob on!
Victory belongs to the bold. Show those imperial whore sons what we're made of.
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
One Asian to again.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily. Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Bloodthorn! Bloodthorn! Respond! Respond, damn you!
If I remember correctly, that is 5 or 6 years before the start of
This is Raging Bull. What
A Realm Reborn. Is it not? Or am I remembering something different? It has to be.
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer!
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me!
Oh, for God's sake. Every time you hear that, you can't think of Metal Gear Solid. Freaking.
Damn it! Damn it all to the 7th hell!
I remember also I played this here in Japanese voice back then.
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you?
That's
Well, use them
so. This
too,
here is one of the
bloody
reasons why so many people, including myself, would have loved to play story of 1.0 because I started when Heaven's Ward came out, just before Heaven's Ward came out, and that
Better to retreat now than risk a
just understanding the whole plot of everything is there's a lot of story there and a lot of characters that are mentioned but
this dark, stifling
skipped to
presence.
some extent.
Who or what?
But that will never happen.
Take our place
I think
beside
Yoshi P
our
actually said that
to your
he's not there's
decisions.
not never going to be a classic mode and restoring that because the system was just horrible. I should have lived to say, behold Barmut once more. Magnificent, the eons of the imprisoned have only made him hungrier. Where of them pay them no mind, they are powerless to act. It has begun as soon the planet will regain its true form. And we are back. Morning, sunshine. Just stop this here. A bit free, was it? What happened? You don't remember then. You keened over in the middle of the banquet caused a right stir, and to carry you back to the winch myself, well, I say carry it was more a matter of dragging and rolling too much cake, I reckon. Anyhow, don't fret. This was wonder ye exhausted for after everything you've been through lately. Your little nap seems to have put some color back in your cheeks, though. I'll soon leave you to it. Mark, I almost forgot. The Admiral wants you to have a word with you. When you feel up to it, talk with Sentinel, and he'll let you into the commander's room. Oh, stay awake, eh? I told Melvin was in the middle of telling ye of a story ye started snoring last time, and I doubt she looked kindly on it if ye repeated the trick. Okay. Let us do this. Getting back into the adventure gear and also throw some stuff in the armory. We can. Oh yeah, we can. Oh, I'm 100% this here. The stupid boots we got are probably. Yeah, it's yeah, banquet. Climber shit. Anyways. Anyhow, oh, what's the toy chest? I actually never. I've not unlocked the mini games. Okay. What? Okay, so we need to what? We are only level 27 still because we are not getting jack shit XP right now. What's no, I do not want to talk with you. I want to talk with the lift. I want to go down to the bulwark hall. And then I want to talk with him so I can talk with Merlin. Or talk with the Admiral. Let's just repeat that. Greetings, Zara. Admiral Bluffin waits ye to the command room. Shall I announce you? Yes, you shall. There you go. Ah, Zara, it's good to see your feet again. You recovered? Let's us waste no time. I have a task needing doing. One I wouldn't trust no other. Level 28. 2 more levels to 30, and then we actually unlock Warrior. The duty I have in mind for your request is somewhat explanation. I hope you have not made other plans to business then. Well, I wish you to entrust you an important thing. Oh, we get the ship. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know. I appended a letter to each of the counterparts of the Orisian Alliance. The Battle of Cardno and the Calamity as Falls claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years. I knew it was 5. 5 years those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon the Orisian we scarcely knew. 5 years and yet people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might once have given them hope are gone. It must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we face our past. To that end, I propose the memorial service to be held on each other city-states at the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cardno. Those letters contain the details and said proposal. I would like to have you deliver them to the allies and my personal envoy. You are proving yourself a start and able ally to Limsa. But that is not to my only reason for choosing. No, I chosen you because of you possess your qualities which put me in mind of the history's champion, a quality I feel lost. Say that you will perform this duty? Nodders? I knew you would not disappoint me. The task shall be taking you far from borders of the nation, the city-states of Gridania and Uldar. A grueling journey, to be sure, but you will travel at seas of the land. But I mean, you have to take to the skies. Airship pass, used at your discretion. Still have to pay for the thing. The airship are bound to the nations of the Allies. Leave the land connected to the bridge. But before you depart, I suggest you trouble the party for a few pearls of wisdom regarding this destination. The old bastards, nothing if not well traveled. It's a pity I cannot issue such passes with a fair hand, as I did not more peaceful times when breath were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risk drawing the eye of the Empire, and every envoy must needs to be born more necessity. So that I consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in this opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege to air travel. Aye, Sarah, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see your great promise in you, but I flattered you enough. On behalf of Limbs of Inside and her people, I bid you go forth adventure. Discover the realms of which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger awaits you in equal measures, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and eager that your destiny will go no small thing. Actually, what I remember, we need to do one thing. Because we have this here, and that gives us a shit ton of XP. So we're going to do that very quickly. And we're going to go ahead and talk to Lift Attendant to get up to the Drowning Witch. Tank stance on, which probably is going to fall off as soon as I go in. Okay, part1. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, aye? Blah, blah, blah. A personal bleeding envoy? So you're carrying a word of the Admiral served to the leaders of the Alliance? Bugger me, I knew you was going to up for the world, but I didn't realize you got that bloody right. I'm proud of you, lass. Thinking of how far you come, why, this is enough to bring a tear to my eye. And ain't the ale talking neither. Well, but just the ale then. At any rate. Bless the navigator for steering you to my way. Of course, this is not this is only the start. No, I've got your hands on airship pass. The old Eorzean lad are out before you, like a fair maid on a feather bed. And she's a big girl too, with plenty of exciting nookers and crannies. If you think us limbs are characters, just wait till you come across paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania and the trade coins of the crafty merchants of Uldar. And then there's the wild places where the beasties rule. No bucker with the O's and senses set foot. But for your adventure, I would let a thing like to go old ye back. Of course, it ain't exploring and excitement. There's old troubles will plague every nation, taking ours. I'm talking intriguing and infantine beastmen and their goddamn primals. There are ugly sides to life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager, but there's bugger all of out there as you can't handle. Someone tells me you're going to be just fine. Maybe. Morella had it rough, but this is true. But folks are beginning to recover from the beating the calamity dealt them. Call me hopeless optimist, but I wouldn't take too much to turn things around. This is a perfect time for you, adventurer like yourself, to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? Well, I'm waiting for you to stop talking so I actually can move on.